Treant is the best position 5 of the patch 7.40c, and the crazy part is, it's actually very simple. Today I will explain why. Hello everyone, today I would like to break down Treant Protector, one of the most broken position 5 heroes right now. I will talk about his skills, item builds, things to play around and general tips how to get best out of this hero. Looking at stats, you have highest base damage in Dota, decent armor and low move speed. That means you're very good at trading, but quite bad when it comes to catching people out. Your W, spell you will take at level 1 every time, adds to the damage and also has a root, allowing you to get an extra hit on enemy. Your innate makes you faster around trees and also allows you to become invisible, but only if you are close to them. That means your trees are extremely important to you and you should always protect them at the start. If people in your bracket don't care, you can do whatever, but with the fact you're slow and you would love to set up early on the lane, you always want to go for your side bounties anyway. By protecting trees, I mean going there and making sure enemy hero or team is not cutting them with Quelling Blade. Even though they respawn in 3 minutes, it's still enough time to ruin your lane. And this also means if you're facing Treant, you are always supposed to cut out his trees on the lane. If you feel like you can take a potential 5 vs 5 fight, you can even start there and just do it. If you're playing position 4 against Treant, Quelling Blade is your starting item. Treant's game is way harder if you don't have trees around, as without them you will be never allowed to just run up to someone and use your W, so keep that in mind. I think Treant is one of the easiest heroes to play in terms of what he does every game. It's basically a lot of the same, simple things. First of all, you're a good laning support that can trade well and set up kills, so you naturally enjoy playing with heroes that have huge damage. On the other hand, your armor is by far your best spell and it's actually crazy broken, so these high damage heroes don't need to be tanky. With armor, they will get bonus HP. Heroes like SF, Klings or Windranger are your best allies. With these things in mind, you also don't want to rotate too early, as if you actually do it, it should be through the gate. You're not a good hero when it comes to rotating to the mid lane, as you're quite slow. Skill build is pretty simple. By level 4 you should be 1-1-2 and max armor, then Nature's Grasp, always. The only big question about your skills is when you take a level in your queue. If you can be aggressive and get kills, you get it at level 2. If you're under a lot of pressure or you simply don't need extra slow, take the armor at level 2 and 3. This is going to be your only decision when it comes to skills, taking Q between level 2 and 4. Level 1 you will take the W, as it's your best trading spell and allows you to actually be aggressive, as otherwise people just keep kiting you. Your root not only allows you to get an extra attack in, but it's also a heal in AoE. Level 1, a single hit with it will result in around 70 healing. It's not a lot, but it's an extra resource to keep trading. You're supposed to use it off cooldown, so every time it's up, look to run at someone and click it. Keep in mind you can put it on autocast, but then if you hit a creep, it will actually work on it, and you mostly want to root heroes. By default, I think taking Q at level 2 is the play. It does allow you to get kills, and if you play the lane well, you will get level 2 before enemies, resulting in you having 2 spells and making it way easier to go on them. Keep that in mind, it's one of the strongest level 2 power spikes in the game. It doesn't need to connect to trees anymore to deal more damage, so you can cast it from anywhere. Just keep in mind for the sake of their innate, it counts as trees, making you faster around it and able to become invisible as well. Use it to move around areas without trees if you wish to remain invisible. Just keep in mind that using it is a dead giveaway you're dead. It also aggroes creeps into you, making it quite easy to stop pulls of enemies. Your E is by far your strongest spell and you should always max it out. It does work on any player control sources. Yes, it works on spells as well. It used to only help with physical attacks, but that's not the case anymore. So simply put, it's a heal for 12 seconds that starts off with 120 damage block and gets reduced every time you get hit by spells or attacks over 20 damage. That means it's quite weak against multiple instances of over 20 damage, like Snapfire's E, but on the other hand, level 1 can block up to 270 damage for just 40 mana, while healing you in process. By the way, it also works on towers, so you should always heal them off in between fights. Just keep in mind it's dispellable, so avoid using it randomly just before Oracle's Q or any sort of offensive dispel. Overgrowth is an amazing ultimate, one of the best AoE controls in the game. Just keep in mind it works as a root, so same as your W, and that means you want to use one after another, and not to stack them. Generally, you would like to run in, use your W and then cast your ultimate, as Leech Seed might actually come off cooldown after that. Your biggest enemy with this ultimate is Dispels. Enemies will build Mantas and Greaves to get out of it. One thing you need to keep in mind that your ultimate doesn't cast around your Eyes in the Forest ability anymore, but considering the cost change, it's actually a change that you're fine with. Because your shard makes you by far the best scouting hero in the entire game. For a cost of 1400 gold, you get access to upgraded wards, as they have the same duration as the original ones. AoE is smaller, yes, but their vision is unobstructed, meaning you can see through cliffs and even in the Rosh Pit. Keep that in mind. And why I consider him the best scouting hero? Well, in most cases, you need to be physically present in a place to scout out. Here, you have not only yourself that is invisible, but also upgraded wards that you can put on the other side of the map. Once you got the shard, your main job is to provide a lot of information and fight around it. Enemies are grouping up and enemy lion has a smoke and stash, ping it out. Enemy carry is on the other side of the map, well, maybe call for help or kill him, or take Roshan quickly. This hero benefits a lot from being able to convert information into map decisions, as then you'll be able to control the game without dealing any big damage. If you are not abusing the fact you can see enemies a lot, this hero is just another support. If you can do it though, it's really broken. Treant wins games by making the map unplayable. You don't win through damage, you win through vision, information, and forcing enemies to carry detection everywhere, making them starving for gold. So, your core build consists of arcane boots and a shard, then it's up to you. In most games, you would love to have a blink, as it allows you to set up way easier. If your team doesn't lack initiation, Solar Crest is a great item as well, as it not only helps your carry, but also gives an extra layer to burn off before your E gets destroyed. Yes, in terms of physical attacks, Solar Crest shield will always get hit before your E. Then, you can also afford to go for aura items, Hex if you still lack Disable, or any support item that your team needs. In extreme scenarios, you can also get a Meteor Hammer, but speaking from experience, usually Q is enough to push out waves. Once you got your core items though, feel free to experiment. Only thing you really need is mana, as then you will have everything. Support Heaven's guides are aiming to be macro focused, advanced yet short YouTube videos to help you understand why this hero is good, and not only what their spells do. With that in mind, I also want to start creating hero guides in-game, so you can follow video versions easier when playing. I just published a hero guide in Dota, and if you would like to see more of them, make sure you actually use them in-game and help them being visible. And if you would like to become a better support, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep in mind I also offer private coaching sessions to help you elevate your gameplay to the next level. Thanks for watching, let me know in the comments which hero should be the next one, and as always, see you!